Hey, what is going on YouTube? Hacker7 here with another video. Now in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to get your notification bar to look just like this. So this is pretty easy to do, and I'll give you a demonstration of how you could get your notification bar to look just like this. So what you need to do is to have this application installed, the Mi Control Center. Now you could get this on the Google Play Store. It is quite easy and free to download. So you need to search for Mi Control Center or Mi UI Control Center, and you click on the first one and you'd have the option to install this application. So once you've installed this application, you'd need to do a few customizations to get it looking just the way like mine. So let's tap into the app, and you'd also need to allow it some permissions. So you'd need to allow, as you can see, you would need to allow the accessibility. So let's turn that on. Let's go back, and you'd need to allow notification. So those are the two things which you need to allow for this application to work flawlessly on your Android devices. Now you could set, as you can see here, we could set what we want. So we could select this option here. Now this is the Mi UI notification, and this is the control center from the iOS devices. So you could select basically any one of these options which you'd like to use. Now my personal preference is the control center, so I've selected the control center. So what you could do now, here where you see the status bar swipe area, this is where you'd control the space at the top which you would pull down. So if I should allow it like this, when I pull down from the right, I have a wider space to control the pull down section, and then from the left would control the notifications. Now down here you have further customizations. You could change the layout. You could also select particular tiles. You could set the tile size. I set mine to 70. So as you can see, we have a decent enough icons in the top. So you could set the tile size to whatever your preference is. And these are a few settings which I've enabled. So you could pause the video and enable these settings. Now these are the ones which they work most fluid for my application. Now you could play around with these settings. These are totally free to play around with, so you could give those a try. And let's go back from layout. Now you could also adjust the colors. You could set this to dark colors, or you could set it to light color. Now also what I love about this is that you could set the background. So when you pull down the control center, as you can see, my home screen background is being displayed, but it is blurred. So you could also adjust this to a live blur, image blur, or solid color. I personally prefer to use image blur, and then I set the transparency and the blur amount to whatever I'd like. Now down at the bottom here, I enable dynamic color notifications. So these colorize all notifications based on their respective applications. So WhatsApp notifications will be green, YouTube notifications will be red, Facebook will be blue, and so on. So that is this feature right here, dynamic color notifications, and so on. So let's go back. Data usage, here is where you'd be able to see if you'd want to enable mobile data usage. So this will be displayed at the top. I personally don't want that because it's quite annoying and intrusive. You could also enable edge triggers, which would allow you to do these will allow you to do various options. So this is basically like the iOS settings, which you could allow swipe from the right, swipe from the left, or swipe from the bottom. You could also customize down here, tap, vibrate on tap, show only on the home screen, which is quite good. Well, I won't enable edge triggers on this device because I tend to swipe all around my screen from time to time, so I don't want that to basically interfere with anything that I'm doing. So you could mess around with this application. As you can see, we have pop-ups. I use heads up notifications, so that is the one that disappears after a few seconds. However, you could tweak this, remove it in full screen, and do further customizations. The possibilities are endless with this application. The Mi Control Center is one in which I'd recommend you guys to download if you are trying to tweak your Android notification bar to look like the iOS notification bar, or not the iOS notification bar, the iOS Control Center and the Mi UI notification bar. So feel free to give this application a try. I'll leave the link in the description where you could download this application. It's free to use and it's easy to customize. So I hope this video was able to assist you in customizing your notification bar. So thank you guys for watching. Now, I know some of you might be wondering if these works. Well, yes, these buttons work. You could turn on the flashlight, you could turn on the Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, do not disturb, and all of that. You could also adjust the brightness from these controls here. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope this was helpful and useful to you guys. So thank you guys for watching.